Greetings from the land of Canada. My name is Nooch and welcome back to another Fortnite gameplay. And today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys one of the gameplays that I just got, which I believe is one of the hardest things that I've ever done in Fortnite. And I think I went over this in one of my other videos, and I wanted to explain to you guys how I thought that going Tomato Town in one-man squad was one of the hardest things to do in the game to win. And I don't necessarily think that's so much the case anymore. I think it's actually no, that's not true. I definitely still think it's one of the hardest things to do in the game, just because of the disadvantage that it puts you at, right? But for the record, I think that in all the one man squad places to go, it's really not that, like, it's probably one of the better spots to go, to be completely honest, because you'll never see a squad land here. It's actually very rare. Well, to see a squad land here, it's like maybe 1 in 5 times that you go to Tomato Town that you'll see another squad land here, which it makes sense. If there's 4 people in a squad, you're not really going to want to share one chest. And that's literally the amount of spawns there are in this map, or on this in this town for chests. So, I mean, my one chest was a banger, to be honest. Like, the blue bolt-action sniper rifle is one of the best guns in the game to get out of a chest, especially if you're running a one-man squad. It kind of evens the odds slash gives you a huge advantage if you're able to get an initiation that way, which most of the time you're the one doing the initiating. If you're playing it correctly in one-man squad, you're usually trying to be the one to get the first hit on the enemy team. And if you guys notice that the audio is a bit messed up, that's because while I was recording this, I was actually just listening to music. So I had to go into the replay, record the whole gameplay from start to finish, and then overlay the audio from that gameplay for this, so that you could actually have gameplay audio. And there is still some things that are missing. Like, for some reason, the hit reg doesn't show. For some reason, it doesn't. There's not a sound when you're hitting your pickaxe. There's no sound when you're healing, nothing like that. But it's not the end of the world. It's better than getting a copyright strike because I'm just listening to Childish Gambino. But yeah, it's one-man squad Tomato Town, guys. I almost won it. It was literally the closest game I've ever played in my life. Like, this was insane. I hope that I can get gameplays like this in the future, and I hope that I can improve on this and possibly win some one-man squads, because one-man squad Tomato Town, it's really fun. Like, I've gone here before, I've landed with squads and I've eliminated them. Like, I've left Tomato Town with 4+ kills quite a few times, but like, there's so many bad places to go after Tomato Town. Oh, it's just like you can get caught rotating anywhere, and there's no real area to go where there's just mass amounts of chests, except for here. This is like the one place that I can think of that's pretty safe, that you're gonna find some loot in. Which I see that there's buildings here, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to fight these guys, which I'm totally down for. That's the thing with one-man squad. You can't shy away from every fight. There's some fights that are just so stacked against you, you shouldn't take them, which you'll see an example of that in the like coming up. But right now, I just see that I can fight these guys, so I'm gonna be going in on them with my sniper rifle, trying to get the first hit, which I shot a bit too early there, but that guy was moving around quite sporadically. That's what you need to do in this game, so you don't get just one-banged. But I kind of messed up there. I kind of bumped my head against his building, but I ended up 2-pumping him, which recently got nerfed, thank God. It's way too strong, but the 2-pump is still a very powerful way of using, like, the pump action shotguns. Like, just using one by itself is not strong. And one thing I've noticed in one-man squads, you start, like, some people call it thirsting when you go for kills like that. It actually gives you such a huge advantage in one-man squad, because, like, what happens is when there's 4 people there and you down one of them, they sort of just go and revive him, and then he comes back, and then it's a 4v1 again. So, like, finishing off players in one-man squad, if you can find the opportunities to do so, is huge, because it really does, like, limit the amount of effectiveness. Like, you say that, okay, they're useless at that point, they might as well be dead. That's completely incorrect. They can actually just come back to life whenever they want. If, like, just 2 guys are off fighting you, you know, like you're in a build battle, and then 1 guy's reviving him, which, I mean, there's only 3 people in that squad, so I got kind of lucky in that regard. But finishing people off while they're down is a very important like lesson that you have to take in one man squad. Like really getting those kills is important. It's not about KD. It's not about getting max damage. It's not about trolling. It's not about getting a piece of the pie. Like, well, not the piece of the pie, but you know, like you're trying to get a piece of them, right? Like you're not trying to troll people. It legitimately is the strat. Like you need to do it. If you finish somebody off in one man squad, it gives you a very large advantage, and you should be doing it. So like, just that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I'm trolling people. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to ruin people's games. It's actually the way that you're supposed to play one man squad, because otherwise they just get revived. And it's insane how like people just can get revived like that, and it's crazy. But yeah, this is the loadout that I like. One sniper rifle. This thing gives you really good kill potential on ranged players. It's such a good weapon for punishing people who just stand still, and you can find so many different ways to punish people. Like basically, if somebody sits there and they're like just having a mushroom, like they're just eating a mushroom, if you line up the shot beforehand where they're running up to the mushroom, there's like a 1 second period that you can snipe at them. And like I've gotten headshots that way before, and it's like not too hard to set up. But like I said, I just want to apologize for the audio for this video. It's not the end of the world, but it is a little bit I wouldn't say annoying, but it's kind of annoying to not have like the full experience of the audio. But that being said, this sniper rifle comes in handy a lot during this video. So here I run up on another squad, just leaving what looks like to be retail row, and I'm trying to line up a shot on the shopping cart, because that's what happens when people, they just get into the shopping cart and they stop moving. And like that's here I'm trying to get a shot on this guy. I'm only gonna let my presence be known. I'm trying not to get spotted here. And here I was like, okay, he's gonna get in, he's gonna hold still. So there he is. Boom, that's one. And right off the bat, 2v1, a lot better odds than a 3v1. And here I see that this guy's building up to me, so I try to bait him a little bit by standing still, just moving around like this. Boom, take him out too. So now it's a 1v1. I just have to deal with this guy, and I have the massive advantage of having a jetpack. So I have to sort of just basically get the kills on this guy, because he doesn't have... I need to get the kill here, absolutely, because I can't get those 2 headshots and then go down, because otherwise he's just going to get revives on his teammates, and that's going to be it. So I'm pretty concerned with my aim here. My aim definitely needs to be worked on. I don't know what I could do to improve my aim. It's like more of a thing that you just need to play the game a lot and like sort of think about how you want to be aiming and stuff. And just, I don't know, like if there's any exercises that people know to improve your aim in Fortnite, I would love to know, because I feel like that's one thing that I really need to do, is just get better at just boom, one banging people with pump actions, which they actually took it out. They took it out of the game recently, where you can actually one-tap people with shotguns, because they thought that it was too strong, and I agree with it. But it just makes, but the thing is, when they do that, it sort of just makes it just makes 2-pump shotguns more like it makes it more viable, because before you could like sort of justify the fact that you can run a 1-pump because it still does the same thing where you can one-shot people. But now you actually do need to have two pump action shotguns to be able to like fight people in close range, because of the attack speed that you're getting and all that stuff. Which, for the record, I think that they sort of made a mistake here. In terms of weapon balance, they should be buffing the shotguns and removing the weapon switch time, which, I mean, that's like, it's debatable. It's very debatable, because the thing is, the debate is it adds a level of skill to the game, which makes it more competitive, the fact that you can switch weapons and shoot at people. And if that's the argument, then I think that it's actually a pretty good argument, which you can switch between weapons. It's high skill. It's harder to do than just having one gun, 1 pump action, and that's it. So in that regard, I kind of agree that maybe just nerfing the shotguns a little bit is a bit better, because it is too powerful. But it's the type of thing where low skill players, or medium to low skill players that don't use the double pump strategy, are going to be hurt by it a little bit, by this shotgun nerf. And the people who do use the double pump strategy aren't really going to be hurt by it that much, because the DPS that they're outputting with both of the shotguns is still going to be relatively the same. It's just that you're not going to be able to effectively one-shot people anymore. So Okay, so mistakes I made in this video so far. I didn't see the med kit that one of the guys dropped, and I ended up wasting my campfire. So that campfire waste is actually huge. I didn't really consider it going into the game, but I definitely should have been holding on to my campfire, because it's basically a heal that doesn't take an inventory space. I should have been preserving it a lot more than I was, where I just sort of spammed it for 25 HP, which, like, if I would have got the med kit and I would have had the extra 50, well, you'll see it coming up. Basically, I get punished pretty hard by it, but you need campfires if you're going to be running one-man squad. Just in general, well, with a loadout with a jetpack, which I hear that they're taking it out of the game on June 11th. I respect it. It's a very powerful item. It's a little bit too overpowered, to be honest, because it nullifies the like the advantages of building a sky base and just building a base in general, because it doesn't take much skill to just fly up in a jetpack, but it's really, really hard to be able to build up to somebody who's currently like building a sky base, and like being able to find an advantage and an opening there to be able to find a pick off. With a jetpack, it's not necessary. So right now I actively see two squads. There's one right in front of me west, like 280 or something, and they're sort of just dicking around in Loot Lake. And what I mean by dicking around, I mean by literally they're not looking for kills. They're like dancing and stuff, which, I mean, not there, but the ones that I look further, like if I look further west, northwest, which in a moment you'll see, they're literally just dancing. I was considering taking a shot just for the sheer principle of it, but I was like, I feel like winning, you know? I actually feel like progressing in this challenge of mine. I don't feel like just sewering it right now to punish some people doing some stupid mistake. But basically, I see that the only way that I can make it to the other side of the circle is through Loot Lake. And there's so many. I'm surrounded basically by 4 different squads. I don't like physically see them, but I know that they're there. The amount of buildings that are over here, plus on the left, like I start to see them more when I'm flying over, which I was correct. But like you can see, there's buildings over there, which means there's clearly a squad, and like I can't really fight that right now. I don't have shields. I don't really have anything to hedge my bets, right? Like I have like a little bit of skill that I have in the game, but like that's not enough right now. I think I need to sort of just get to the circle and have the squads fight each other rather than trying to take them on myself. So like this was my only option, using the jump pad to get over here. Otherwise I was super dead, because I can't just cruise through the Loot Lake without getting killed, which, I mean, I almost get killed there. That is so unfortunate that I took that 50 damage and I didn't have my my campfire. If I had my campfire, that 50 damage means nothing, but I ended up wasting the campfire without using the med kit, and that's probably the reason why I lost this game, to be completely honest. Like right there is why I lost this game. I identified it. I wasted a campfire. Campfires are very valuable items, and you need to like sort of think about how you're going to use them and not waste them. So simple as that, really. I mean, I get my shields back, but I'm still at half HP essentially, and even if I find shields, there's no way I'm going to be able to get to full HP without a med kit. So because I'm not going to find another campfire, those things are so rare. But like I see people fighting on the top of this this mountain here. I'm still not in the circle, it's like directly, but somehow there's a medium shield there, which is like a blessing, really. It just came out of nowhere. It's just right there, and I'm like, okay, great, sweet, give me my medium shield, excellent. And like I'm just hoping that I don't get shot. That's literally what it is. I need to go for this, and I dropped my scar, and I have to go back and get it. But I'm gonna be trying to use these things in cover as much as possible. But I don't want to be building cover necessarily, because the name of the game is stealth right now. I don't want to be found by a squad, because getting rushed by 3 players, it's impossible to defend against. It's if you have to isolate them as a one-man squad player. You need to isolate people. You cannot fight them all at once. It's not gonna work ever, because people just shoot at your buildings, and your buildings just go down so fast, and then you just end up taking damage, periodic damage over time. So here I see this squad rotating. I think one of them That guy gets revived immediately, by the way, which is why I say that you should be finishing players. You should never really just let someone be revived. But right now, I see that I need to get to the circle. It's way more important than finishing off the squad because there is a squad above me. I know that for a fact. And I would rather just let these two guys fight it out and see me on this fucking mountain. I will build on this mountain until the day that I die. Give me this high ground advantage. That is the only thing that I can get in this gameplay. And for some reason, their squad battle lasts like 2 seconds. And one squad still completely eliminates the other, like within moments. Nobody put up a fight over there. So here I am on this mountain. This is my last stand. This is like for some reason I just get super lucky and none of their bullets hit me. I've noticed that if you shoot at somebody with your dot directly on that person, you're never gonna hit them. So the strategy that I'm gonna start implementing when I'm shooting at someone long range is I'm gonna put the corner of my crosshair on them because I have more of a chance to hit them that way. Because if the little dot's on them, it's never gonna work if you're spraying. But you should never be spraying anyways. If you're shooting at someone long range, you should be, you know, not moving, standing still, kind of shooting your single dot at them. But right now I'm using a lot of my jetpack. I feel like that's another thing I could have done is maybe not use my jetpack as much. But that being said, getting up the mountain, #1 priority. Second mistake, I didn't see them building up to me right here. I didn't see them rushing this hard. You could see them out of the corner in the bottom left corner of them building. And now you can actually just hear them. So I was like, okay, they're right next to me. I need to fight these guys. And I just get a no-scope off. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a plan. It wasn't intended. Definitely a mistake. But fighting this guy with my jetpack, probably not the best idea. This jetpack is like the only thing that I have going for me right now in terms of like hedging my bets. I do manage to get like 100 plus damage in on these guys. And that's the thing. You fight, you disengage, you reload your weapons. Because double pump is the only thing that I have going for me right now in terms of like that and the jetpack. And the jetpack's about to run out. Like literally right now. Just slipping off. Just slipping off was huge. The jetpack kind of saved my ass there. I got to get used to, once they take it out, I got to get used to when I slip like that I can build below me. These guys are literally fucking trolling me. They think that this guy is worthless. We're just going to kill him with traps and that's it. And then they missed. So then they start to try to kill me regularly and I end up escaping. So right now I'm just trying to once again distance myself from them. You get your damage in, which it looked like I got some damage in. I'm gonna have to look back and see if I actually hit some of them, but you chip away at them. It's not a direct fight. Chip away, chip away, chip away. That's how you do it. And so right now I think that they're all below me. I actually completely lost vision of them, unfortunately, because I'm still listening to music. I don't have the same audio cues that you guys have right now. I don't hear them like above me or whatever. Like how did they get above me is what I want to know. It's really crazy, but I see him drop down and I'm just like trying to pump this guy down. He's on white HP now. It's very good. I can still die to one pump, so it's pretty concerning. They're still trying to kill me with a fucking trap, and like so I just need to shoot my way out of there. That guy, my bullets went right over his shoulder. It looks like I shoot him right in his face, but they went right over his shoulder, which quite unfortunate. But once again, I managed to escape by the skin of my teeth. That guy goes down. Just a fall damage. Once again, I should be finishing him, but his teammates are hot on his tail, hot on my trail, so I can't really do that right now. 8 HP, boys. I would have 50 HP. I would have 58 HP if I had my my campfire, unfortunately. That's the first real down that I have. So right now there's 2 people that are down, but like I said, that guy's getting revived. That guy is getting revived right now as we speak. So I am like, he's probably revived. He's actually just revived by now. So I need to fight this guy who isn't revived. He's the one that did the reviving. Boom, 2 downs. Wait, yeah, 2 downs. So I'm on 8 HP. I have 2 downs. The last guy that was remaining was the default skin. So I don't want to knock default skins because like I'm the one that's used the default skin the most. But like, who knows what this guy's capable of doing? He fell to his death. Which means he kind of made a mistake, but I made a mistake in the coming like couple of seconds in the next minute. So I'm just looking for this guy. If I can kill him, that'd be amazing. That'd just be it, you know, because there's just one guy left. I don't know where the second down guy is. I swear to God, if he's getting revived. And there he is right in front of me. Bam. But I block his shot. So I have a med kit. I should be using it right now instead of shooting at him. I'm so stupid. Two things I could have done here: use the med kit, use the jump pad, because that's the thing. He didn't know where I was until I started shooting, and that was my mistake. And I ended up losing, and that was so fucking close. But yo, that guy had like full HP. So maybe, who knows, if I would have gotten a 1v1 with him, it would have been hard. But hope you guys all enjoyed. That was like the most try-hard game I'd ever played. Hopefully you all think that it's entertaining. Hopefully I'm not disappointing you guys too much by posting a loss. But regardless, like the video, write a comment what you guys think. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Take it easy. Peace.